I'm Sam.
And I'm Mike. We're with Landmark Protection. We're an agency dedicated to serving the church and protecting the church. We use insurance and risk management services to do so. And we have a lot of training available. And right now, our main focus is what our churches are focused on, and that is the risk of violence in the church.
That's right. And with tragedies, recent tragedies such as what happened in Sutherland Springs, Texas, we're getting a lot of phone calls and emails about that issue. A lot of churches, probably yours, is concerned about it. It's interesting too because the church in Sutherland Springs, Texas, this church here, this represents the vast majority of churches in size and scope, and they're all rightfully concerned. Now, obviously, we don't want to overreact to this situation, but what we're finding is most churches and most communities are actually underreacting, and they're going about it on their own. And what we found is that doesn't work. We have to do this together. And so what we decided to do was to put together a community workshop that we take to various communities where we gather churches from that community together in a room, as well as their local law enforcement and EMS and other first responders. We got to get them all together in the same room, and that's where the power starts to happen.
Exactly. And so this workshop is designed with that in mind. It's a very short workshop. This is designed to get you started in your particular church with some really practical information about what you can do to protect your church from an incident of violence, getting you connected with other churches in your community, getting you connected with first responders, or how you can get then connected with the responders in your particular neighborhoods. Vitally important that we stay connected and get connected with those people that are going to respond in the case of a violent event. But there's also going to be some things that you'll learn about how you can even prevent the violent event from happening in the first place, because that's the best thing that we can do.
That's absolutely right. So that plan that it ends up working out in your church is going to look very different from Mike's church or my church or the other church down the street from you. And that's the point. They are supposed to be different because they're supposed to be uniquely tailored to you. And they're built by you. We're not a bunch of experts coming in telling you, here's a cookie cutter and here's the shape that you're supposed to fit into. It doesn't work that way. It's going to look different in your church. But the other key is your church will be doing it with other churches, and you'll get to pull from their knowledge. Even though our paths may be different, we're going to help point you north so that we're all going the same direction, and we're doing it together. Particularly with first responders, local law enforcement, EMS. This is their community too, and they're professionals at protecting us, and we need to learn from them, we need to hear from them, and we need to start coordinating with them.
You know, we call this workshop the Resisting Evil Workshop, and it comes from the Bible because the Bible tells us to resist evil. Resist the devil and he will flee. We aren't called to be in battle, we're called to provide resistance, and that's really what we want to equip you to do. And that's what this workshop is all about. We're keeping it a low cost and a low time commitment initially so that you can get your feet wet and know what your next steps will be. So I certainly hope that you'll take the time and the small cost to attend the workshop.
That's right. And you can find more details about the specific workshops in your area on our website, landmarklink.com. Click on the E6 training tab up there, and there will be a notation in there for the Resisting Evil Workshop. If there isn't one in your area, these workshops started because a church like yours reached out to us and said, we'd like to bring it to our community. And so if that's you and you have a heart for it, pray about it and give us a call, and we'll start making plans to do just that.
Exactly, and don't forget the coffee.
That's right. We will work for coffee. All good things start with coffee.
Thanks.
God bless you, and we look forward to seeing you there.